Welcome to the second part of our lecture, that is we will explain about water demand in brief. So in this lecture we will know what are the types of water demand. So we have already discussed what is water demand. No, so now we will discuss about its types of water demand. So your first type is domestic water demand, then industrial water demand, institutional and commercial water demand, demand for public, fire demand, waste and theft. So first of all, let us learn about domestic water demand. Okay, so this includes the water required in residential buildings for you can say drinking, cooking, bathing, then gardening, sanitary purposes, etc. Okay, so the amount of domestic water consumption, it vary according to the living conditions of the consumers. Okay, so as per IS 1172 1993, so the minimum domestic consumption for a town or a city, it should be taken as 200 liters per head per day, and also it can be reduced to 135 liters per head per day for economically weaker sections. So in the next slide you can see some of the pictures, some situations where water is being used for domestic purposes. So these are domestic water demand. Next we will learn about industrial water demand. Okay, so the industrial water demand, it represents the water demand of industries, which are either existing or are likely to be started in future. So in a city or for which the water supply it is being planned. So this quantity will vary according to the number and types of industries present in the city, and the ordinary per capita consumption on account of industrial needs, it is generally taken as 50 lpcd. Okay, so next is your institutional and commercial water demand. The water requirements of institutions, such as hospitals, hotels, restaurants, schools and colleges, railway stations, all this, it should be assessed and provided for in addition to your domestic and industrial water demand. So this quantity, it will vary with the nature of the city and with the number and types of the commercial establishments and institutions present in that city. So on an average, a per capita demand of 20 liters per head per day, it is usually considered. Okay, and this value, for highly commercialized cities, this value is as high as 50 liters per head per day or lpct. Okay, so in this picture you can see the in a school or in a college, water is being used by the students. So these are institutional and commercial water demand. Next is a demand for public and civil use. So this includes the quantity of water required for public utility purposes, such as watering of public parks, gardening, washing, sprinkling on roads, etc. So for most of the water supply schemes in India, these needs are not believed as essentials, and a nominal amount not exceeding 5% of the total consumption, it may be added to meet this demand. So the per capita demand for public use is 10 liters per head per day. Okay, uh, the next is your fire demand. So in thickly populated and industrial areas, fires generally break and may lead to serious damages, okay, if it is not controlled effectively. So big cities therefore generally maintain full firefighting squads, and these firefighting personnel, they require sufficient quantity of water, so so as to throw it over the fire at high speed. Okay, so this per capita fire demand, it is ignored while calculating the total per capita water requirement of a city, because most of the areas have fire hydrants placed in the water main at 100 to 150 meters apart, and the fire demand, it is generally taken as 1 LPCD. Next is, there are certain formulas to find out the rate of fire demand. So these are the 5 formulas that you can use for solving our problems to find out the rate of fire demand. Next is your water required to compensate losses in taps and waste. Okay, so this is the last one. So this includes the water, that is lost in leakage due to, you can say, bad plumbing or damaged meters, stolen water due to unauthorized water connections, and other losses and waste. Okay, any other losses and waste. So this losses, it should be taken into account while estimating the total requirements. So these losses can be reduced by, careful maintenance and universal metering. So even in the best managed waterworks, this amount is as high as 15% of the total consumption, or you can say 55 LPCD.